Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Noel's Tarot, and welcome to your weekly reading with me, Shamar. We're gonna be doing a current and future energy reading for you guys today. If you saw that face, I said Noel's Tarot, and that's my own name. I don't even know if I said that right. I said Noel's. Anyways, welcome to the weekly reading. If you want to go ahead and skip past any announcements or any crap that I might have to say, there'll be a timestamp in the description below that I'll put for the beginning of the reading. If it's not in the description, it could be in the comments or somewhere over the rainbow. I can tell we're into it because that didn't make no sense for y'all. Anyways, but yeah, welcome in. Welcome back to all my returning visitors. Welcome in to any new people. I love you all. I'm so glad that you're here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Comment a timestamp if I didn't do it. I would love that. Subscribe, notifications. If you want a personal reading, info for that should be in the description as well. I may not put a timestamp sometimes, but I always make sure that I put my business there. I said, let's get that coin. Capricorn moon vibes. But yeah, welcome in. I am so sorry for all the returning visitors and anyone who's a regular on the channel. For the last couple of weeks I haven't posted, and I didn't even post a community post. It's so whack with me. I'm so sorry. It's just been a rough one, and I acted more hermity than I should have. But live and we learn. And yeah, there's not much else other than that. You can see the decks back there. I put them up all pretty light, but we're going to be using the Prism Oracle, Prism as in Mario, Prism Oracle, and for the first part of it, and to clarify, we're going to be using the Light Series Tarot to clarify. But yeah, let's not waste too much time. We'll go ahead and jump right into it. I'm gonna move the Gatorade out the way. Put the cards here instead. They all fit. That's nice. Okay. We also have a little candle that I wanted to bring in. I was gonna put it incense, but I think I left it in another bag because it's not in this one and I'm too lazy to get up. But I did have these candles, so let me go ahead and light one while I think of any more announcements. Yeah, other than the deep apologies for not posting for the last couple of weeks, which I feel like I could never stop apologizing for because I didn't even let nobody know. I had a lighter somewhere. What the hell? Dear Evan Hansen, but I'm switching the words. I'm like, does anybody have a lighter? I happen to know how the hell to do this. I failed to mention that is an important announcement. I think Mercury is in retrograde at this point. That's probably why I didn't post for the last 2 weeks. Some retrograde literally knocked it out of me. Excuse me. Did I eat the lighter with that? Oh, Jesus. Take the wheel, please. My God. Gotcha. And excuse the Gatorade cap as the candle holder. I don't have one with me. This would be a good one, but it's too tall for this size one. You wouldn't see the flame. So then there probably wouldn't be any point visually. You would still feel the energy. In this regard, it's not important. What is important is getting into your reading. So let's see your current and future energy. And this one's a pretty straightforward reading. It's basically looking at where you are right now in the present and then where you'll be in the future, just to give you some insight, some clarity. Someone's got an important phone call coming up. Could be a job, could be a friend, could be plans. I don't know. I said 3 things. That sounds like 3 of wands, so it sounds like plans. So, or something that you planned to do, or something that you plane. That sounds like travel. But I first thought of like a plane, like a PLAIN, which is like a strip of like a plane of land. But also plain like the no taste. And usually when you travel, you discover new tastes, you change your tastes, you get into different variety of things. That's why you do travel, to get new tastes, to get away from something that is plain and get to something that's new. So it could be a vibe of what's going on right now, but I don't have much information. It's like I've been out of work for 2 weeks right now. So I don't even know what the collective's feeling, but let's get into this at the bottom. You got happiness, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. This guy's eyes closed. I was singing Dear Evan Hansen, they said making it up as I go. Like not having the sight, but having like an insight. Anyways, let's move forward. So we're gonna start with the Prism Oracle. I hope y'all have been good. For any new visitors, thank you so much for being here. If you're a new visitor on this video, that's hectic, and I appreciate you if you're even still watching. But for any returning visitors, I'm gonna say you know the deal, but this isn't even really the deal. I try to even say something, but I just hope that you guys are still kicking it, still rocking with it. Hopefully it helps in any way. That's the most important part. Oh, we got Fear in reverse. This deck is all flipped and such, so the reversals I won't take because I still have to fix it. But then again, it's mostly energy, so like if I feel it should be in reverse, then I'll let you know. But Fear's in reverse, so letting go of some fear. Going through a doorway, opening a passageway. I've been there. Let's go ahead and see what we got for you guys. So, the collective for the current and future energy. Last thing I'll say, so sorry. The song I was singing, Does Anybody Have a Map, is the first song in Dear Evan Hansen. It gives a little bit of an energy where it's like the beginning of a cycle, right? So the beginning is like new travel, you go from the end of you being here to the start of you being something else. But also writing the first song of a musical, even performing the first song of a musical, that's breaking that fear barrier because you have to actually start performing. The musical starts. So it's like a show that's starting, or like a part of your life that's starting. But you have to like move past the fear barrier. But once you do, it's like then everything starts rolling, you know. Oh, there's sadness. Oh no, maybe that's part of what you're leaving behind. The spirit will tell us more clearly. Let's see. So for the collective's current and future energy. The collective, you got the current energy for the collective. No fuck. Anyway, fear still. Does anybody have a map? Anybody maybe happen to know? Isolation. How the hell to do this? I mean, being alone, not being alone. I feel a support system. It's like if this is like a thought. And usually it's pretty small to me, but it could be like planet Earth. It's like the only planet that we know that can sustain like viable life. So in that sense, the planet Earth is pretty isolated, pretty alone. But you know how many motherfuckers are on this planet? So it's like the energy of like doing something on your own, being on your own, accomplishing something on your own, but there's still like a world of people who are just like you doing the same. But it's not like you're not like relying, and no one's relying on anyone else. You're really just isolation. IS is something that is something that exists, something that takes form, takes shape, is what's the word I'm looking for? Goddamn Mercury. Unit. I think that's what I'm looking for. So it's like Yeah, I don't know how to say exists, but I don't know. So I don't know, that energy of isolation, being a white card, being still. These are both energies of being still, because white is about being still, because you have knowledge, you have light information, you have the ability to start taking notes, writing notes. You can see everything, so you're still because you're learning. The black one is more of an application energy, applying. So I feel more job still, but you're still you more job still. There's an energy of being still, being like not in movement. But when it's black, it's because it's darker, so you can't physically see, but you can see with, you know, your intuition, your heart, your feelings. But because you can't see physically, there's fear. So maybe you're applying for a job, you can't see the end of the tunnel. You can't. Maybe you're applying yourself in life, doing some of this. I said hermit as we started doing some of this hermit energy. This even feels like it. Like this feels like maybe the inside of your hermit cage, and like leaving it. So leaving the hermit-esqueness, you know, could be a fear within. So now there's in multiple energies. It could be like you enjoy your isolation energy, and now you're having to sort of like exit it, and that's what's causing fear. Or you could be going into isolation where you have to go more within, and that could be causing fear because you more so probably want to be with people. What's underneath? Sweetness. More sweetness. Pure honey, Beyonce. I don't know, it's just a sign. Because sweetness looks like a sign on a post. Post sign alert. That phone call we heard. It's like a signal. I don't know what I'm feeling with that, but maybe we'll get into it eventually. Post alert. It's supposed to make people aware. And I know it's not aware, but it sounds like aware, like AWHERE. And where is like, where are you located in space? Where is it? What's the location of it? Location, Khalid. But in that sense, it's just basically like to be aware of something is to like be cognizant of where it exists. So like to have that spatial recognition and that sign, that post. So okay. So depending on whether you're going into it or leaving it, it's gonna be an alert. It's gonna give you recognition of where you stand in the cycle. So it's gonna so I feel like this is gonna pop out pretty obviously and evidently, and in that sense, it's gonna help you decide how to move forward. I feel, but there's some fear, and F is a 6 in the alphanumeric, the number counting the letters from A, B to F. F is the number 6, so 6 is usually about choice. 6 is also Gemini energy for the lovers, but then it can also be Virgo energy because it's the 6th house, and then that together, Virgo and Gemini is Mercury. So Mercury's a main character today. Does anybody have a map? I'm laughing because I would want the one if I was trying to, because this room, we can see it. That's because it's an artwork that we can see, but if you were in this room, if you were in this area, it's very dark, you can't even see the doorway. So I just feel like, you're like, anybody have a map? I don't know which way I'm going, how to get through it. Feels like the compass into Lenormand. But let's see what we have for the future. If you can see into the future. Let's see. I think life would be a breeze. For the collective, for the future energy. It's weird. I feel like I took a vacation and I'm just goofy as hell. Beautiful. I haven't seen this one on the channel in a minute, but that's okay because I don't know why that's okay. It makes me feel like in a video game when you like charge up your super like, you know, you have regular combo moves, and you have that one, like think Mortal Kombat. Can't think of any other games, but you know them. When you have like a supercharger above the head, and like once it loads up, you can then use your superpower. It feels like that. Like, I haven't seen it in a while because you guys have been charging up this magic, and it makes sense if you've been in the hermit stage, or if you're going into it. It's like it's almost like energy conservation, because now in the future you're going to be using your magic for something really special. I said insight, and we're talking about sight, and I said if you're in here, you literally can't see. This magic feels like all of a sudden you can't see, like C-A-N, can. You're able to see. What you see, I don't know. It might be both sides, like Chanel, because I just see the Venn diagram, so you might be seeing both sides of an argument, or both sides of a story, both sides. You could be a mediator, or, because there's another M word, which is 13. Yeah, that's a 4. So control, force structure. So both sides of a structure, both sides of control, both sides of how something works, both sides of who controls something. Or because this eye is in the middle of these two, it's like, the way something functions, it's like it only lights up, it only radiates, it only shines, it only is activated, even with this magic, it's only activated with the way that you see it. So it's like your vision is important, like your inspirations, your insight, how you see things is important, because I believe that's a Pisces phrase, but I just believe I don't know how to say it. It's almost like this, whatever this is in the future would be drastically different. It would not be the same. It would be something completely different if you hadn't added your energy to it. And because you did add your energy to it, it livens up, it radiates, it gives energy. It feels like the sun in this card for some reason. Like I say, there's radiation in the background, there's light in the background, there's shine, but in the middle of it, it's your eye that causes that. So like there can be light on the outside, there can be light everywhere around whatever this energy is, but it's like on the inside, it could be very dark. And I feel like you balance something out with your magic. Not only balance it out, but you amplify it the way that, I don't know. I don't know. But let me see what's underneath. Oh, very cool. We have cleanse, which is another circle. So look at that, literally, like the circle is empty. It goes to the water to transform. Then out comes a shine, like it's what's that energy? I don't know. It's like the energy of like when what is that saying? When the ocean swallowed the sun, it's like a sunset. So it's almost like maybe like a sunset, but then like rising back up will be the sunrise. So maybe you had like a dark night of the soul, or this is currently what the energy is talking about is going through a dark night of the soul, changing, transforming. What was cool is that you had green behind it. So it's like green, blue, purple. It's like you're taking the right steps, it feels. And this in the future is like a confirmation that you've advanced. Because if it was like green, blue, it was sticking out, bro. Love, more radiation energy. But it's like if this was like green, blue, and then another green or a blue or something that was just like before this color, it would feel like it's just, you know, balancing things out, moving back and forth, right? But this is a confirmation that you take movement, you take action, transform something, it transforms you, and then what that does to you, it's like you give it back out, and it's very beneficial to everything around you. You may not even be intending to give it back out. You might have intentions for positivity and intentions to help and intentions to be just you authentically. But what that does is magic. Listen to Magic by the Bluestones. I love that song. Whenever it comes on in my library of like a million songs, I'm always like, this is God looking out. Thank you. It's like him, or her, or they. It's like spirit being like, you know what? We're looking out for you. There's magic on the way for you. Because sometimes magic comes in. Excuse me, when you've done everything you can. It's a purple card, which is almost the last color. So it's like literally, it's like you're on your like last lap. What's the word I'm looking for? Not last nerve. Who's getting on your last nerve? Someone's getting on your last nerve. It's like you're almost on your last, like, I don't know how to say it, but like ounce of energy. It's like you've given all that you can. And quote labyrinth, something's got to give. And so it's almost like you give, you transform, you take movement. It's like you almost follow the universe in that sense. When in a sense, it's like, I don't know. It feels like a very tough struggle, and it's like an energy of like why even would the universe help out? This feels like je ne sais quoi. I don't know how to say it. Dang, okay, right. Let me shuffle to see if we get another energy just to jog my memory or jog something. Peace. And as that false energy, that's a white to a red. That's and red's very dark. That's just orange, I think, in the stupid book. There's something I'm not feeling, and I don't know what it means. Peace, energy, PE, physical education. I don't know. Je ne sais. Physical education, and then literally fear magic is FM. Radio, music could be important. I don't know what FM stands for. I never searched it up, but somebody does. But FM, I'm thinking like tuning. So like even magic, like a tuning fork, or like tuning something, adjusting, getting something right. Like I was talking about that balance, but then PE with peace and energy, it's almost like physical education. PE can be tough, but it's usually like a core class because they want you to really understand how to do the basics so that you can take that somewhere else and do more with it, which is what magic is. Sometimes you learn a little bit and then you can even like dive deeper, learn something new, make your own spells, make your own magic, but you kind of have to know the basics a lot usually. It doesn't matter. It's not like where you learn it, how you learn it, it's more so, it is what you learn, but what's important is the basics. Tuning, basics, I don't know. So where's the map? I need a clue, cause the scary truth is I'm flying blind and I'm making this up as I go. We had movement, which is that as you go, you're still moving energy. You're not like stopping, you're not slowing down, making it up. I'm flying blind. That peace card we just had is a bird that is flying, and he literally is flying blind. Because his eyes are closed, I didn't realize. So it almost feels like carrying through a vision, and we have purple that went to white, like a non-color color, really, a tint or a shade, and then that goes right to red. So it's like the ending of the purple transform and then started the new one red. So it's like you're bringing in something, you're starting something, you're bringing in a majorly important cycle, majorly important something. These leaves, I don't know what they represent, but it could be like an olive branch. It's like an offering. You're offering something of yourself. PE, physical education. This is a fitness pacer test. What are you offering, PE? I guess that gives me the energy of like, you guys ever read the Full Metal Alchemist comics here, or manga series, that's where I first learned about like the rules of alchemy and the concept of, in order to gain something, something must be given up, which is one of the laws, I guess, of magic. And so it's like really cool because, again, those are kind of the basics, and knowing that helps the rest of your magic. So with that offering energy, it's like you're creating something, you're bringing in a new cycle, you're bringing in a whole new world, but in order to bring in that new world, there's something that you have to give up, something that you're releasing as well. Like the bird, when they start flying, when it starts, like, you know, taking flight, it releases the ground, it releases the stability of the ground. Like if that bird's wings get cut midair, bird goes down. But it trusts, it has faith in the universe. The universe is literally the wind beneath its wings. But it won't know that until it actually starts to take flight. So there's something like that where it's very much so like you will be found, from Dear Evan Hansen. You will be carried through. You will succeed in this, but you won't know until you know, take flight, until you actually make the movement. Because it's like the universe is giving you the okay, but it's almost like you have to give yourself the okay too. Let me make sure I wasn't setting anything on fire. Yeah. That's usual for me. Nine of Cups, that's so cool. At the bottom of the light seers. Nine of Cups, very happy feeling. And that's more, the cups are like radiating out at first. So something really is like, and the only way that something radiates out of an object is if it has like the crevices or the cracks or space to shine through. So it's almost like, I feel the energy of, with peace, the opposite is war. So maybe you've been you feel beaten down, you feel like you have scars, you feel like you have like, I don't know, I'm feeling that, but I'm also feeling like maybe it's just like you may feel holy as well, like sanctified. So it's like you are open to things. You're open, you have the openness to accept things and give things out. So it's like you have the space for light to shine through as well. Because you open yourself up to receive the love of the universe, you're also at the same time open to shine it back out. And this is important for the news, for what you're bringing through. It's important because the only thing I can think of immediately is that light is what, you know, brings out a shadow. You don't see a shadow really until light hits something and then it casts a shadow. So it's like when that light radiates out of you, it's gonna be a super magical power, because all of a sudden you see the shadows of things. You can clearly understand it. You can see. It's almost like, since you're the light source, when you move, the shadow moves as well. So it's cool because it's like, the shadow moves as well. What do I mean by that? When you move, the shadow moves as well. It's like, and when you don't move, the shadow stays exactly where it is. It's almost like you can calculate, you can fight shadow energy. And we were talking about keep moving and stuff like that, because I don't know why. I forget, it was a moment ago, but damn, what do I mean by that? Let me shuffle the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is usually about letting go and moving forward, and we just had the Nine of Cups at the bottom, and you don't get to the 9 until you move through the 8. You have to go through the 8, and the 8 can be kind of tough. It can feel good and bad at the same time. It's that infinity energy. And there's the plane, or whatever that is. But it's like with the Eight of Cups, I think it's almost like, yeah, she's walking away, they're walking away. And that's the release. Something in here is really important to you, right? But there's a cup that you feel, like with the purple, it's pretty dark too. It's a darker card. so you can't see much in this energy, but you can feel. You can use that third eye. In the black, you definitely can't see much in this card, and fear definitely holds you back. But another F word, feeling. So it's like your fear holds you back, but the feeling pushes you forward. The feeling of something greater, the feeling of something worth more. It gives deja vu. It's like you've been through the lesson, or you've been through this before. It's almost like you know the steps because your soul is prepped for it. Your soul's prepared. Tuning, tune. Which is in the word fortune. And tune is a sound. And what would be a fortune for tune? For the sound? Tune. Fortune, for adjustments. Fortune, wheel of fortune, it turns so that your life changes. You make adjustments. Change. I'm really trying to work this out. I'm like, what the fuck? Fortune, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups. And tuning. This fear and magic is really important because what it does is it helps you adjust. It helps you make something new of yourself, but make something really great at the same time. It's for your tune, it's for adjustment, it's for you. And it's almost like thinking of like tunes. It's like everybody has their own taste in music, right? We can all have a similar taste, but everyone usually has their own favorite artists, their own types of stuff. So it's like the Wheel of Fortune is very specific for you. What kind of adjustments you need are specific for you. That's the beauty of individuality. It's almost like the universe knew like exactly what notes to play, how to like tug on your heartstrings, what to give you the good and the bad, so that you made, and with this F being 6, it helped you make a choice on your own rather than the universe forcing you through something, you know? And when you do that, just as we talked about how like something happens to you and you radiate it back out, it's for tune. So it's like it's for you to listen to. It's your specific sound that you know, that you feel. But when you give it back out, like the plan all works together. It's like it's for the tune. It's for your tune too. So that when you give it back out, you make a perfect sound. You make not a perfect sound, but it's like it's a sound that's just for you. It's almost like it's not easy because you had to work hard, but it's like it's a sound that's just for you, and you'll know how to make it perfectly. And I feel like when you do that, it's almost like becoming a new popular famous artist or whatnot, and you make very specific music, very like you're very unique, very individual music. But when you sing it out, when you radiate it out, people resonate with it. There's a group of people that get it, that feel it. So it's like when you get affected by something, you process it, you work through the fear, you radiate it back out, and what you do, it helps you, but at the same time it helps other people in a way that you didn't expect. And it's like the plan all works together. There's that plan energy again, but it's like spirit has a plan, and you have to sort of trust in it, and not only trust in it, but take action through it. But it's taking you to the 9 of Cups. Whatever was in that 8th cup, je ne want it, no. It's given House of Scorpio. It's almost like the first season of American Horror Story. Beautiful house, look great on the outside, shining. You step in, you got motherfuckers in black latex that'll come and ravish you in the night. That's a part of the show if you haven't seen it. I didn't mean to make that random example up, but you got that. You got ghosts, and sorry, spoiler alert, you might end up being a ghost and not even know it. I don't know how to say it, because if you've seen the first season of American Horror Story, again, spoiler, one of the characters was actually like dead for weeks, and she didn't even know it until one of the ghosts let her know that she was. Oh my god, that was one of the hugest twists I've ever seen in my life. She was like, and then they like panned down to her actually being like dead underneath floorboards. I was like, what? I thought she was alive, bro. We gotta move forward. Because I'm about to start getting like, there's a magician. This is you taking back your power. But it's like with the energy, I mean, like with the Eight of Cups, it's like whatever's in that cup, it's very like, it's not deceiving, but it's like that. But the reason why her character was killed in a sense was because the ghosts wanted more company. So it's almost like that energy wants you to think you're a part of it, or wants you to think that you're safe, you're okay. But then something transformational, and it's just like, but it's like it hits you almost when it's like too late. So it's like walking away from whatever this is now is actually probably a lot better for you. I don't know what that is, so we're gonna keep moving forward. The Empress, birthing something great. So okay, so fear and magic. We've got fear right here. What's fear about? The Light Seer still. The Page of Pentacles. That makes a little bit of sense because the Page is a younger energy, a new energy, a learner. Excuse me, a learner and a messenger, but that makes sense because fear we talked about, either you're going into the stage or you're coming out of it. So it's like you could be going into a stage of learning, or you've learned a bit and now you're going out to spread the message. So you hold something dear, you hold something really, it has a practical application to it. It has value to it. And it's almost like you've worked really hard on this, whatever this is in this hermit stage, because it looks beautiful. But not only does it look beautiful, but it also has, it's almost like a key. So it has like a value to unlock more for you. And I don't know what that is, but it's like, you're almost protecting it too. And look at, I didn't even notice that what she stands on matches that. So it's like, whatever ground you stood on, wherever you were, the energy you were in, the cycle you were in, you built something out of it that reflects it. So it's almost like now you have a beautiful example of what you went through to showcase, and you have like so much more to say, so much more to Page of Pentacles, Pentacles, Earth, Pentacles, time, things that can be shared and given, resources, money, time, energy. You spend a lot of time and energy on whatever this is, and it's beautiful. And it's it's almost like a resource, so you can reach for it when you need it and utilize it when it's important. And it's like that check is not gonna bounce. It's almost like whatever this is, it's like it gives the energy of like paying for everybody at the table. It's like whatever this is pays for like maybe even generations. It pays for you, not like the energy of Jesus paying for sins. I thought about that. It's like the energy, what this does is it pays, almost like paying it forward. It's like you pay for the person behind you, so like you start a good chain of something, it feels. It's really cool. It's really cool. It's like you're taking this shit and you're running out of whatever this is, because you're like, I got something, I got what I needed, at least from the hermit stage, you know. Because if you make this beautiful thing and you keep inside of a box, it's almost like it won't change how beautiful it is. That's not the point, but it will change. Because imagine, it will change. It's almost like you walk outside and you find $1 on the ground. All of a sudden, boom, a beautiful day, because, you know, $1's cool. But imagine if, like, you walked outside and you didn't see that $1, life wouldn't be any different. You would still move along, but it's almost like it makes it a little bit better that you found it. So it's like the timelines, you know, it's like, if you don't take this out of the hermit stage, everything will be fine. It won't be bad. Everything won't change for the worse. but it could change for the better if you do bring this out and share it. So that's really cool. What we have is a magic doll at the bottom. Adore it. Very beautiful. Always looks like the 3 Dimensions Deep album by Amber Mark. Let's see, we got that was the tower. We have magic right here. What's the magic about in the future energy? What kind of magic are y'all making? What are y'all doing with magic? These aren't coming up. But we have the Knight of Swords and 8 of Wands. That feels like big movement. Sharp movement. Explosive like the tower. That's slightly kinky, but mostly blunt, blaring, honest, learned, because the 8 of Wands is about faith and work, so you have to like listen. It's like a bow and arrow. You don't. Most people don't just like shoot aimlessly. They take a brief moment to really aim real quick. Then when you let go of the arrow, you have to trust it's gonna hit the target. So I don't know. And Knight of Swords. I don't know. Movement. Let's see. Magic. What kind of magic are y'all making with this future energy? Or flew out. Feels like the Queen of Wands. Her card is always so evident. That's beautiful. Queen of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. That's cool. Which are both minor arcana. So for me, major arcana in a reading, it means the universe is helping out, at least to me. And the minor arcana means that this is something that you're doing on your own, just to clarify who's doing what job. Being court cards, they're different a little bit, because it's almost like energy, maybe like school, like elementary, middle school, high school, college, if you get what I'm saying. And the page in the current is like middle school, high school, you're learning the basics, right? And then with magic in the future, with the Queen of Wands, it's like now you're masterful. Queen of Wands is her manifestation. Her with magic, that's literally perfect. Look how the cards even like reflect and match each other. Can someone say beautiful? That's gorgeous. With a little purple at the top. But look how like the purple's at the top. It's risen through the card. So you've risen through something, you've gone through something and risen above it, but using queen energy. So it's not the king energy of applying yourself. You didn't fight to rise out of this. You didn't force your way through this. And you can, it's an option, but you didn't. It's almost like you allowed the universe to work through you, and almost like cooking in an oven. It's like takes its time, but once it's right, it's right. In the future, something about that. Queen of Wands with her staff. Is she looking at her hand? She got a cat with her, and she looks comfortable. She looks cozy, comfortable in her skin. Cozy with who she is. Look at all the candles too. I knew there was a reason for the vibe. I don't know. That thing looks melted too. It's giving the energy of life and destruction as well, because even though I'm lighting this and it looks beautiful, that wax is now like this, not destroyed, but it changes its form. It's dynamic, the same way the Queen of Wands is. So very dynamic energy in the future. Something changing, but it changes because of what you allow. But it changes because of what you create as well. What you're allowed to be created and what you're allowed to be destroyed. What you are creating and what you are destroying. It's almost like you don't have to focus on it too hard, because that's more like a king energy. You don't have to really like think too hard or whatnot. It's almost like feeling still. You're feeling energy, as long as you trust your feelings, and that can be difficult, of course. I would say difficult, but honestly, if you again, allowing the queen energy of letting things happen and processing it and letting the universe continue to move as it does. Sometimes when you go through that trusting your feelings, you go through trials and tribulations where it's like you trust them and it works out, and you trust them and it's wrong. when you process that information and sort of maybe even write, read, do something with it to sort of like delve into it, you start to realize sort of maybe a pattern, or you start to realize what works, what doesn't work. And in that, that's just experience. The way the Queen of Wands would be is just experience. So it's like, you don't be too hard on yourself if you trust your feelings and it doesn't work out, or if you do and it's not about that. The lesson in it all is that you trust your feelings, and that's the important part. So you're already rewarded for that, but it's almost like you get that extra reward when you analyze it, process it, and then actually start moving in a way that shows that you are loyal and still dedicated to trusting your feelings, but you're just being more strategic, more thoughtful about it, reflective, even like thinking about the past, and just the information that you have gathered, because that's what pushes you through to the king, when you can then start applying that knowledge that you've learned, which is really cool. And when you do apply it, look at the magic. Never believe it's not so. Never believe it's not so. What's with the double negative in that bit? Rewrite that song, y'all. Who wrote that? Anyways, I don't know what else is coming out with this, except for, look at her attention, how it's like Attention by Doja Cat. Look at how her attention is drawn to her hand, and that eye is drawn to like you. It's like the universe is looking at you, and you're looking at your magic. I don't know who the magic is looking at, but I guess the magic is looking. I see it's still very reflective. It's almost like she looks at that, and then when we zoom into the hand, this is what we see. Just looking back at the Queen of Wands, which is you. It's almost like very in sync, very communicative with the universe. But I'm pretty sure this doesn't speak English, whatever's in her hand. So it's like, you don't have to speak the same language as the universe, but you're still very fluent with it, which is wild. But it's only because, like, and it's weird too, because like sometimes even with things that we do speak the same language as, like human beings, you still can't get shit done half the time. Yeah, literally Nine of Wands, it'd still be a struggle half the time trying to communicate with things that we speak the same language. But even think like people with animals and whatnot, their food, like that shit like that doesn't speak English. But we connect with it a lot better sometimes than we connect with people. And that's funny. I think that language barrier can sometimes be like better for it sometimes. So it's like, you don't speak the same language as the universe, but in that sense, it makes you want to work harder. It helps you. It almost like it helps you take the personal out of it, because sometimes we get mixed up with personal and objective when we're speaking to people, and that fucks things up. But because we don't speak the same language as the universe, there's nothing to take personal. There's nothing that we can relate to an experience that will make us feel uncomfortable. It's just like the universe is like, this is how it is. What do you want? Let's make it happen. And so, I don't know, it's just really beautiful, because you go from a page to a queen. That's pretty cool. And you go from fear to magic. So it's like, I mean, the fear is still natural, and the magic can be bad magic. So it's not like you're going from like a worse energy to a really good one. They're just both energies of learning and growing, which is really cool. It's almost kind of lax, even though she's cozy, and they both wearing these really cozy looking pants. So it's like they're still pants, so it's like they're still protecting the legs, still protecting their movement. They know that they have to keep moving. They need their legs to move. You need to keep moving in something, so you want to protect that on yourself. But it's really beautiful, because where you're moving to has a lot of candles, so it feels like a lot of support. It's that energy again of the earth, like you're doing this work, but you still have all these support, all these lights, all these souls around you supporting you. You know, either whether here or not, but neither here nor there. Anyways, that's really beautiful. I'm gonna let y'all go, but I think this is really cool. It's like creating some type of magic. if pinnacles are time, it can be experience as well, and you can share your experience the same way you can share time. So it's like, I don't know, your experience and whatever this fear cycle was, it feels very tough, and I do apologize for that, but it's like diamonds inside of like the soil of a mine. It's like, it's pressure, it's time, but what comes out of it is something so beautiful, so valuable. And like, you put that bit on when you get married to somebody, or you put that bit on when you know, it's an expensive item, so it shows commitment. Even if you want to buy a diamond for yourself, it's like, you show that you honor and respect and care for and want to be, care for the energy that has a diamond. But at the same time, you want to, it's like the same energy of reflection. You want to, you know the process of a diamond, most people do, and so when you buy it, you want to show the person that you're giving it to that you want to be that same process of rough, take some time, not make yourself the diamond, but let the universe work through you to then become the diamond. And it's like, it's very committed, very loyal, very, and not even committed loyal to like anyone in particular, just committed and loyal to the process, committed and loyal to spirit, the universe, working through becoming the best version of you that you can be. So it's very gorgeous, and I like that. I love you guys so much. I hope this helps. I will see you guys next Sunday, and I'm gonna be pushing out the next set of modality readings soon, so keep an eye out for that in the community. Again, I'm so sorry for not being here. Did the candle go out? Does anybody have a candle? Anyways, I'm just kidding. Ow, jeez. Alright, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Or whenever. Anything else? Oh yeah. I hope you guys have a good day. Drink water or Gatorade or orange juice, whatever, whatnot, just as long as you hydrate. Eat some good food. Laugh. Enjoy yourself. If you're feeling sick and unwell, or like if you feel like you need to rest, or if you feel like you need to chill, do that. Don't let nobody tell you different. And if you feel like you need to get out and go explore the world and do a bunch of crazy fun stuff, go do that too. Just be you. That's what the Queen wants. Is just be you, because there is a reason for it. Some folks will piss you off in that regard, because they're not being them, so obviously they don't get it. I mean, for the girls who get it, and the girls who don't. But that is important, because again, just a plain circle, or even just like a jumble of circles, really, no structure, no, this is just two circles and this little crescent, whatever, on the side. You bring in your vision, who you are, what comes from inside of you, all of a sudden lights up everything. And again, it doesn't make it worse if it's just a circle, but what you are immediately, effortlessly just makes things better. So I mean, if you could have $1 or if you could have 50, which one are you choosing? Don't try to be smart. I'll take the $1. Nah, stop that. I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you again. I'll see you guys next Sunday. I appreciate y'all so much, and I love y'all. Have a good one. I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.